On the same day, the exact same day, the Supreme Court was overturning Texas's laws that were calling for standards, regulations on the abortion industry. That same day, there was a court case in Ohio. There was a young woman who was a college student. She was standing on trial on Monday in Ohio, and the judge convicted her to life in prison without parole. What was her crime that would cause a judge to give life without parole, life without a chance of escape? She got pregnant. She lived throughout her pregnancy drinking, taking drugs. And all the time she was telling all of her friends, it's okay because I'm going to take care of it. On the floor of her sorority room bathroom, she gave birth to a baby. She took that baby, she stuffed it into a garbage bag, she threw it into a dumpster. Fast forward months later, she stands before a court and a judge says, life without parole for murder. It was a right ruling. And yet it highlights the irony of the Supreme Court on that same day saying, no, we don't want regulations on the abortion industry. Because if this girl, if she had only done what thousands of other moms have done, if she'd only killed that child 5 seconds before it came out of her, if she'd only gone to an abortion doctor, instead of facing life without parole, she would be off scot-free. That is moral insanity. Are we really saying that the difference between a child being a person who is murdered and being a blob of tissue is a few brief moments before it passes from inside a woman's body to outside? That's exactly what happened. And now she faces life without parole. Yet the reality of the pro-choice argument is this. There is no difference in killing a child inside a mom or outside a mom if you take your logic to its fullest conclusion. She was a mom who didn't want her child. She said, my child will have a better life. I will have a better life without my child. She said throughout her pregnancy, I don't want this child. She told the father, don't worry, I've taken care of it. One time she texted him, I've gotten rid of it. And yet that's no different than moms who will come into this facility and ask for an abortion. I don't want this child. It's going to be a drag on my life. I'm going to get rid of it. There's plenty of other people in this world. All those arguments apply to infanticide just as much to abortion. And yet, because that baby was alive for a few brief moments outside of her womb, she's now in jail for the rest of her life. My point is this. We are living in a time of moral insanity. The reason is that foolish hearts have been darkened.
There are 25 other clinics in and around this area that provide health care without practicing abortion. I'll share that information with you if you come over here, please.
It's minds that are foolish, that are empty, that fail to see the sameness of infanticide and abortion. Killing a baby when it's born versus killing a baby in the womb is no moral or medical difference. So I urge you, I started with the good news of Jesus Christ, and I urge you to turn to that good news, because you're on one of two sides. You will either receive the grace and mercy of God in the gospel, or you will receive the wrath of God revealed against unrighteousness and ungodliness. And do not be confused. What is happening here and all across our country is unrighteousness and ungodliness. So turn to the good news of the gospel from God, or you will surely face the wrath that comes from that same God.
Amen.